Abusia momnya ha emma kwa ba eba UTV so awiabo premo so ato nti premo ato ya broni beka say good afternoon ne ye ma awia ye mo ha de mo odne pa wo ye wadwuma ya mo amoye pa o pa for mo amote kantamanto alogboshi domi market kumase market asaf market no ne ade ketia mo amo ade so market ne Kofoduano ne ade mudi akone abasalaga market any tamale market ne ye ma ha ema mo adwuma majesu mo apia sansa madama and a Ghana economy ignan naso ya fami vim lady Afia UTV ni ewia pronto beka se napo so e de ebro ni se NDC amenyokono e de atodwa se obi be court e right ya Ghana ni bia wo bi eto omo NDC wo mbedwene ho pa se da achi bia wo de elections one asem no wo de be court sa so na kase Bokra Bank of Ghana e yo mai sika kra bia ba time de atodwa se covid no aba ekọ say ne vaccine abane ade de enso afei na wo hwe Ghana economy no efefe kakra eba sanso e no dum judgment ko Ghana Fire Service ene ye de ato o manim so wo nkyerechem de ntia na say oja hyehye ye nim ba bi efreba na oja etoto miamia wo do se de nanu ya esi ye e wo kantamato ntia ne ombekasa na omudu mu chechemu atodwa ma yehu se de ensem no ko ya de obekọ ama no ne kase ebom na UN na de kokobo ba se won hwe ya ensem besan akoso asisi e wo dai nkura wo do so a wo mabo kro ni bi edi ebekọ na de nsem e de abrabusafo wei ene nsem bebe ye kan nyina bom a UTV ewia pronto be kase bo ya fra me vim lady Afia Pokua na mdi ni nyina mu chechemu ebro ya fa se de PSA ema this way chocolate drink do here any ensuo she de enei ya opena ya se fefe ba no wunya okop bonsu abaako bia no ahwie gum se wakanu mate di wakrobeto be say yes no ano no ene odi gu humni mu guna de a so de covid wonne ntena kra nya de covid ubenya bie sanso na special ice mineral water ensuo de okrogen de boost immune system obi onu nsuo bia no eno an ye no mo anka covid bae obi be say anka lawu enso UTV ejina na so se pabne all the district ya yi ye adwuma nyina ma e fa nchechemu no e fa ni nyina emro ma me sha se fi NDC amenyoko no wo mo akache na National Democratic Congress NDC en wo mo echiremu se Afia bato ayekoto ye 2020 ne ma bebre wo mo NDC wo mo nimpa se anche da nkoye na so nkofo ya wo mo go to court wo mo nim se court ko no e right ana ho kwan ya Ghana ni di she bia no wo kwan se obetimi akobie nti wo mo guso wo mo de akwa adwendwunu mu a wo mo hwe kwan a wo befa so na face a court ho sense election 2020 no the election petition ebe court na nim.
In 92 we had elections in this country. After Region declared the results, we didn't see any such mathematical flaws. In 96, in 2000, in 2004, in 2008, we've never witnessed this in the history of Ghana. Ladies and gentlemen, take it from us. What you have seen is not a comedy of errors. If it were, we would have told you. These are not mathematical errors. This is God exposing a group of people who set out to rig the 2020 presidential elections. This is the evidence of their rigging. That is why they cannot that is why their figures don't add up. And in any advanced democracy, all of them, G-Mensa and her deputies would have resigned by now, and an independent forensic audit, commissioned into the results. That is what any, advanced society would have done. And so these are the 4 reasons we have given you about the presidential results. We maintain that the results declared are fraudulent. We are not accepting the results today. We won't accept it tomorrow. Now, some people are saying, oh, go to court. But who has told you that we will go to court or we won't go to court? And who appointed you as an advisor for the NDC? Going to court is an option. But whether or not we will exercise that option lies in our bosom. Allow us to finish our audit, gather our evidence, allow the leadership of the party to meet and take a decision. After the 2012 election, how long did it take the MPP to go to court? They filed their election petition case on the 27th of December. What is today's date? 7th, 17th. At the time they filed their petition on the 27th of December, we had only 26,000 polling stations. Today we have over 38,000 polling stations. It's the 17th, and you have MPP people trying to stampede us, So does the fact that we have the right to go to court to challenge the results vitiate our freedom of expression? Does it vitiate our freedom to protest and demonstrate against this grave injustice? The same law which gives us the right to go to court to challenge these results gives us the right to speak up. That's freedom of expression. And that is what we are doing here. And nobody can tell us, don't talk. The only right you are entitled to is to go to court. But you cannot even explain your case so that discerning minds can come along with you. Before the MPP went to court in 2012, didn't they converge at Obra Sport, engage in several protest actions? And even assaulted people, attacked people? Have we done anything like that? Burning cars and so on. Have we done anything like that? So what moral authority do they have to even be advising us? Go to court, go to court. Yes, we have the right to go to court, but we also have the right to speak up because we have that freedom of expression. And we also have the right to demonstrate or protest against this grave injustice, this stolen verdict. And so, like I said, going to court is an option, and the leadership of the party will take a decision on that when we are done with our audit. But that will not stop us from talking, and that will not stop us from protesting within the confines of the law. Because that is also a right we are entitled to under the laws of this country. We have not done anything contrary to the laws of this country. And if our security agencies will act professionally, then any protest, any demonstration will be peaceful. But when people are embarking on peaceful protest, and you decide to unleash rubber bullets and other weapons on them, then you are the one undermining the peace and stability of this country, and not the one who is exercising his or her legitimate right to protest against this grave injustice.
Ebutafo yemfiri ono mne ntoa oman no ensem eso na afa yenko sikasem so unim se o men sikakra bia batan Bank of Ghana wo de ato edwa se wo se covid ba ye na Ghana economy ne nsem ba fom na edwadifo nko yie obi entumi nkonkoto obi meton enom ne ade na chese ama bibia aba fom na so onyankopon cha de covid na no bra se kakra nei vaccine na ba no as economy no esan epagya ne ho ebio.
The Ghanaian economy ended 2019 on a sound footing before the COVID-19 pandemic came knocking. This followed the successful implementation of a sound macroeconomic framework with fiscal consolidation and prudent monetary and exchange rate policies over the last 3 years, which had yielded good outcomes. Inflation at 7.9% was within the medium-term target band of 8 plus or minus 2%. The exchange rate was relatively stable. The current account had improved significantly alongside 3 consecutive years of trade surpluses of around $2 billion. And the Bank of Ghana had built strong foreign exchange reserves of about $8.4 billion. In addition, economic growth had rebounded strongly to 6.5%, supported by growth-oriented government policy initiatives to boost agriculture and manufacturing. The first 2 COVID-19 cases were imported into the country on 14th March 2020, and it did not take long for the numbers to start multiplying, first from Accra, Kumasi, and on to the other regions. Following the steady increase in the COVID-19 cases and the threat of a weakening and already burdened health sector, the government imposed a 3-week partial lockdown beginning March 30th in the major cities of Accra and Kumasi as a containment measure to stop the spread. Akin to other country experiences, this proved to be a game changer and led to a sudden stop in economic activity. Educational institutions, transport services, the airport, recreation centers, and hotels and restaurants were all shut down. In addition, manufacturing companies scaled back operations. Workplaces were closed except for key staff, while markets operated at half capacity. Now, this partial lockdown had a tremendous impact on economic activity, household incomes, the government's own revenues and jobs, as companies laid off staff or cut back wages and salaries. The first inkling of the impact of the virus was felt in the prices of goods and services. The announcement of the lockdown triggered panic buying as households stocked up on goods across the city centers of Accra and Kumasi, resulting in a sharp increase in headline inflation from 7.8% in March to 10.6% in April and further up to 11.3% in May 2020 due to the astronomical jump in food prices.
Bank of Ghana Amrado Yera Dr. Addison Enode Tikasemu Amanebo to Ejane Yankon Semfu from near call Odum Judgment Moon Obaka and Sentemu Ejashebi Aman Homeless Soma Bebre and Tiasia Entia this idea Ekoto Ghana National Fire Service a Yedum Judgment Kono so Munchemu the Entia and Tichunin and Saya Cantaman today Eja Akoto and Penikasia one Casa Emma Fire Service Mokono Yera Eris Oko Robinson Ewo Amanis Penikasia Yamahamu Akaba by UTV Rapam to Bacassi Wiso.
Yeniam Chiamo phone with you for now.
Obeni obi ada se waje pene so ne be twetwe nkobe ni se modwuma no muni ada jesa na obeni obetimi a kyerem se eja hyehye ede na akofa ba se de ba yen ankrankre no se wo bibi esefata se ye ya yetumi aye ne nyina no yetumi abo ye ho ba de na ekofa se eja hyehye e ba nansen mu
yo se ohwe America krenwa ase yewura emre a eye ewiem sakaye kakra aba afeso ni be ya adua ohwe Eko bronya ni Easter brenum ni ade na ya amanfo bebre ebo dompimbu twamu ni ade eba ne saa na ubehu na anhwe the bonu ka say carelessness and as negligence aba yendi yem se eduane ne ye no a ubehu na obi no eduane no ekoja ija obebi se radio kitwe bi ana se iron bi na ade to ade a ubehu okuja na ubehunu na ejashishe aba
ento penikese yen se ankrankra ye ne yeti dwom ye ne ye cost overcrowding se de okay nipa bodompem e wo dwom ne ye be soja ne ade na esese ye free sabra ye kwa opena ma ne hono so yi
ye be se yentimi nka se microphone no aduane wo dwom esan se eko afi brim ana se bunya brim se amanfo bebre na eduane am bedu ofi nyimbre kai omo no awo duma ansa na mo akofi mebusia fo nyibidi enti die emomu ye be advice say unu eduane na pese ubewie no wedum jano krakra we kantaman so she say amanfo to ade bebre wo na eja ibi wo bebi na ade atoye nchema na ayo na ejesi so wo be yin asese wo ye bibi ba ko a unja hono ye bibi nka me fa the bronica say multiple choice we will be o senior man o no eduane o san ye bibi fofo so aka ho ube wa we ni pe de be na ore fi ba ko afa we ni be ba ho so na edija hihia ba de be sre se jamu na o wa sa o pon ahwe se unja bibia si so ansa na wa kofi se odije bi nu eduane ahwe se obedum krakra ansa na wa kofi sa na ofie so se ufi a hwese nyema anyi se sisu mane chewa mbre sintimu no ubedundum sa nyema ni nyina sa na we fifie ye gas cylinder ehunhia pa se ye behwe se etisen stove no 4-1 na cylinder no so we need the board atuso se gas cylinder leak here said the oyare ipa no oyare no so the board atu no so je se obeso okunu na se obeso okunu de no so obeso so wu a onu gbewu Dubo na ko explode na fe onu nyina moko ti mesre se be nya hweyi se bibi na electricity ana se electrical gadget bi na atochima yempe obi onim hu enimdie se be ya obehwe na emfa atoye nchem emba besa ka se eyena embe bebrebo na ye fie ye kipi nyema bebre ehun ya kuku na nkaka bebre se be ya nkasa ne mo emfa nche ana se betu eguso a because ejane pasa na sa nyoma no boa ma ehye emre tintintin asana yaba ti mesese ahweye nkwa o ahweye se beka so a wo mu a omuye farm omu so a yi honey no mu ni ade omu dija edi jumo bi potin Yes, let's say Sankrofo, you know, when you say, so the bear Jashisheno, Emma. Hello?
Obani Robinson, I'm better with Chaya, dear Baya, Cantamantu Jana Casashe.
Hello?
Hello, Yera Robinson. Hello, Yera Robinson. I'm say, Yera Robinson, Humano, Ate, Echo. Yera Robinson, but what do you mean?
Now,
Mammy Musa said, more fire a hydrant here. You will send Kofobe the cure some near the Akakusiso. And I dear toss me no cram of fire tenders. Yanyanti yes to the be an hotel when I know Kofodi asked me by Crofose back open and I'm wanting one cram of bray and son and bedroom. To the Bambedu so cry, you no cry, woman, and so quack. You say, young Massam dear, so a gun of phone. I said, yes, a more extra man. I said, yeah, I can't hear what some Saka Munsan Canina into my home of fire tenders and says, they say I call Pebrimo more enough. Just as same see, I'm waiting me, I call respond there. Mudu, and yes, yes, I will say, Anna.
There say fire tenders and station be our Baku Krana. I will say, could do fire grounds or no, Janicus here. Now, on one to me fight here, or prefer for assistance. We are to say, bear appliances, bear 8 normal baho, a bear by a few different fire stations. It's a mechanic.
Robinson, I know the Encayo, and crying dear, you name him say, a year, Hannah, you know. Tia na nkande aho chese de nya Kofodia de ese ba ko penamo
anye no kre
mo say
ye wo ba ko wo municipal fire station na say wo ba ko wo the main headquarters a wo Kofodia na they say municipal there na say there was substation headquarters or and no na ko fight teacher no normally they say of course na ebia jani ejakesia on to me fight here one for assistance. If you no credit say a baako pen na
but he said you uchrem the net say technically a baako pen na active e wo Kofodia o
the see am no can say there silent and until you won't be different areas say suhum ni the kika on nti and no baako ni ejuma no afre for assistance so here assistance nko over for assistance na ya be support no
suhum ni Kofodia dey say mu twe kakra wa he obedu na de corner na ahye dada but openi betime mu region 16 na say e wo no mo of fire tenders oni nyina mu
enye ni nyina se be menu bu a na je say na nka ye obeye 2 a little over 200 na emri egum kakra be 10 years there atra e ba ne sa so a omo ahon de no ba fom nti Lucas de be here say new regions say regions na call 16 e be here say obia benyane the special district there one district one factory abasu here e be here say e be nya tender of district bia say the buyer member say investment e ho buy
yo openi kase enne na me e na mase se ya de em say ankra private sector no Jabrayan ye bedidi eto ni ato bi aka ho amam nya say yewra director o say Kwame Despite na beto bi aka ho because obviously and also ye bi ba dia Nyankopon hiraye na abai
ebeboa bebre
na den na e munye dede na abai fa bi meka ho
abai asheyebo ebo ese omudi bi ba enche bia obeti yenka
asa afi no mudi bi ba ho
afi na edi bi eba
afi na edi bi ba yo openi me na wase bebre openi udi ni de eche se ye akrachefo din papa nti ye da se wie onye ho adaje na ne atwetwe enkomo yero openi kase ekasama odum jeduma ko Ghana National Fire Service Eric Oko Robinson nze ganyobi Robinson achole Ellis Oko Robinson ko na ka no empoano nti hu din na to say yes na abrofudin ankasa openi yeda se wie woni ya atwetwe enkomo ye nto so ne enko several for mu ekwo bi sore wonim se ebra na ye voters register no a na ebisi omo ntiase ebisu so ombetiase ebisi wa hwe ya na akwako yi nkrofo bi din afri mam ye de ebinum edi na aba be shema na se wo ma esafata kra se wo mbetwe omudi am omato aba no kra na ye yi wo kra afri hum akwakosi enchen na se koi ye fra wo mo resistant against new voters register wo mu edin a che se wo mo twa ne che IPRAN wo mo for no ade asema to dwa efa na anu ya 2020 abato ye koto ya adane man so NDC so omonte ase ne omonte ase chance abato we ye koso pa ya je mensa ya ne din pa wo ekoekura no mako hu ma midin wo mo choso de adukoe mensa wo mo de aba betu dwa wo mo nye ntum da wo mo jiri se ne ma bebe ho no ma ankoye wo se electoral commission akasa ba abotin ebe jitu mu.
This is not the point of going to court. This is an attack on the Republic. Because if she is allowed to prevail, next time I'll put my wife as the EC chairperson. And I'll not even wait for the election to close. I'll just declare midway. Because she has set the precedent. People can go and vote and you can declare what you want, even against your own numbers. So this is what we are asking, that they should fix it. And they shouldn't try to intimidate. They should not. The Roman Republic was destroyed and turned into an empire because of these kind of issues. And the Republic can be destroyed because we are not going to accept it. And I'm speaking as a Ghanaian. We are not going to accept it. And no intimidation will hold. The IGP wants to arrest, he will arrest all of us.
What is happening is that there's something behind this presidential candidate going all out to congratulate Nana AKUFO-ADDO, whilst the EC hasn't come out even for the EC hasn't come out with a statement. There's something there. They've been giving Land Cruisers and how do you call it, pickups and money to be doing all these things. This we need to be talking about. This we need to be talking about. It is very, very funny, and I cannot be part of such movement, and that is why today you see me here.
There's nowhere in the world that a whole EC will come out and declare a fake result. Emphasizes on fake. Even in school, you are not allowed to make 2 or 3 mistakes, but an EC to come out and make 3 mistakes, that is sad. That is incompetency at this highest level. And myself, as a flag bearer of People's Action Party, and my colleagues here will not sit idle and let this thing continue.
Yantoa and seven so amanyo semi mu nsensem abanticho every 2020 abato yemu MPP ko bi so a ema ewom wo mo chese din eda wo mo so any maidens wo mo so wo mo de adesede to wo mampede seselese na nadan AKUFO-ADDO wo mo de to nanim se ebe ya Solomon Tete ya ye kponkatama so ma shebedwani wo mo nyino emfiri akonwa aso adan ya wo mo chese de wo ye no nyamienim nie esei ekwan a wo mo fa so a wo mo de adwumate so wo mo yini free so bushafo ma mesesa ne di no wo mo chese ne din pa Solomon Tete Afia MC yo wo kpon katama so omugiri so no o kan ho bi pa e na nsensem e koso e wo sa abato mpeso no so na ma enam so MPP for akonya na ntumi ama wo mo nsem no ebedu sa nya ade a campaign am ye ende na ka MPP wo mbetimi atena ho pa ma sa akonya no efri wo mo ensa enti wo mo ka so mampani wonyino efri akonya eso no
Otitina ni Edma Medi Sekono ewo Ponkatama so abato mpesua ne so no eye Theodosia Pia wono ne kasa ye ewo nsantwefo nhyiemu no ase ene wo kire mu se abankra chipanyin owura Solomon Tete Afia amontoa amfamo owura Hopsinadoye enunti ene ntwodie ko edema omo no wo kire mu se omokronpo omo ye mma no eje omunyuma hodomo eba bebo ntoa emmo ni brepa na eso omoboaboa no na abankra chipanyin no hwetinti omampanyin empamo no.
Solomon Afia, did you confidently say the parliamentary candidate opted for a fanfare campaign strategy? We want to state categorically without any ambiguity that Ponkataman should use the door-to-door strategy of campaign. We are asking the good people of the country to dispel from this mind such untoward and substantiated statements from you. We are by this statement adding to the voices of all other meaning patriots of this constituency that Solomon Afia must be sacked immediately. Yes. For this diabolical and sinister agenda, since it has the magnitude to derail our progress going into future elections in the constituency. As a matter of fact, Solomon Afia called some of the members of the Maidens group who are ready to testify to join him campaign against Hopsinadoye.
Okasawie ne komani bi edin semse etudwa.
Me a proud constituent of Ponkatamanso. Metehan Musei, Metuabawaha, Meka Hopsin campaign team. na me pese obi ati ase say nia Solomon Apia e ka say ye free constituency ha no e ye ntro ye nyina ye free constituency ha no say ye kan honorable hopes ho na ye campaign na so betina baby akoka say honorable kosisa nkrofo free baby baya eno ono ankasa no asembisa woni ho ye pese mpenifo etu solo free so within 2 days na sesa ama ye be red demonstration on the street nanado titiri ejina wo so yes ro so no na asam ne so wo na wodi ni si so enti so wo na wodi ni si so a na we ni die mu a ye manage minute pe unification
ne ye me ya ne se enti papa ye kwa assembly o so ohun ye da enti o hwe manim ko ohun se me be bisa na assembly order me ba ho na otwi fa me so no ehun me enti ohun obi a sister we ofikpo we o wa ya onim ye nyina enti o gina ana so ko peace fm no ko ka se onim ya o yo trofo e se ye nyina ye nim no
Ebusiafo kpon katamanso abaton pesa so na MPP for ntumi anyi seat no afedi akwakoye manso wo mo ene MC no entem Yera Solomon Apia ebomode ase yesabeka Yera Solomon tete Apia ne na twetwe enkomo sanse ono abo yesre wa yehia opa se de ba obetwem Bible kraka no wo mebusa nwomani mo se onipa wotie asem faako no obu atem no sebe oya no nditi eni ho enti yempese ye be yesa UTV de edi no krepa ye kwa ne yaka na wo ankasa ye de ma wo no wa wotie no webu aten no wafa se de opebia enti ono abo yesre ono abo MC ewo ekpon katamanso ye bomode a ye frew se de ba wo so betimi akyem se de nkofo ka se de ba omu nyina omu meyingo nko a wo so ne nkoye de broni beka se one sided ye mpenisa enti ono abo yesre wa ye ba wo nche sisi a ewo ekpon katamanso abato mpesa nso busu afo mame to akase bo so still a eye abato mu sensem eni edugu so e de ma no eye emabunu bi omo New South district ewo epoe mantem no omo de ade se de ato mampani AKUFO-ADDO anim se be ya municipal executive officer ye won patam wonum Yera Apo Jesi wo momode aso obehwe na afi wone no akasa na mabunu no kiremu a executive officer no obetena akonwa so free so obetena akonwa so be se efie be mienu ene ekirenie waye adwuma pa ama omafo won patam ho no che se adwuma e de ahya ne nsa nkura wo na se nyina ne nyina wo koso eye adwuma eti wo mo sere no se be ya nko mampani won consider no na na ban ye a e ba so ni mprenu yi won pe ba bi kese pa no won fa papa no ehireti aso dum se de odiketo an adanse no no e no so omampani wo man kese a obedi ho adanse yenko kofodua
denti ye kasanse ye kofodua ye ni adwuma eye maka adeton na yinku a ye ni fatri bia e fa nipa wa etene na yesese Yera emfa no nkan e ma na ne sa de bia ye dan ma me no odwam ne wakodwam so na edwam ya aba afetu a wo fie enti so watime sese edwam esese station lolly park na se for ama ho no omko ama mutimi trase ensuo mwom amutomade ama munyabi ade baba no aduane me yedi a na se Yera na yese yeden ye bo na baso enti na ye mabu a ye okofodwa ne ye ka Ghana ye kokofodwa ye ni mabu no ye na chronic taye ye ne hu ade a ye pe ana ye se MC we nso no ne ye mabu no so yeden ehwibom ekoba ana ne waye no ana wasa promise ye kakra 2 years mfemienu ne wabaye no aso ye ni enti ye na ye trosu yi so so obaye a ye ni na chinye na yese na nanso trosu ana mo amunim se MPs bebre lusu bebre efiom MC ni DC mu media for na kasa kra mo ankasa mako mahu bibia ebiasi wa ma hu se apajasi ni makochi be fi etu na mo anado efie biam na yibia mahu anebia etinu edia enti mayo a dem so opeso bo amabu ne nyina nkoso baso de kofodwa tumpo no se nipa na yese yeden edine ti se na makochi be fi abetu no asu makofodwa man obi agi nadi yehu sempa o visi o ne dzode nu makofodwa no sa be obotabri edemochi yi afiwe ye kwana ma be tourist center se be de ekọ mountains Pedriasu Lord ana kofodwa fo ye faka kosi Pedriasu Lord ana yakojoge
New job in South for Edward mo prayer dia mo MC so mampani won pa baby emfa no enhye na won to adwuma kese a wo ye no Yera Apo Jesi asem na eye enkrofo mo kayen to akase bo no se to aso a Ghana Investment Promotion Center GIPC ni okobia de invest for jobs wo mo kan bo mo chese ade bia o mbetumi aye beboa menwuma ba na magunu anne obi apenkru to adwuma ne abefa boys and girls ne ye de wo mo kwakwa ni nyine betwemu esan so obi ene wo mo o adwuma bi a wo ye lala su lala kra na wala tu wala takra na wo ye ya wonim se bosom ya anye ye kura 500 800,000 bi de ubenya enya de asebi obi beka se besene kodi bone a ubedi oya no achi akwa kodi bone na chese adwuma no atumi aba wo mo chese wo mo ne German ekuo na aka boma wo mo yesa German for wo mo Federal Ministry of Economic Cooperation any development na afa ho kanyina eboa se de ba wo mo de saa entoboa no ebeboa pagya na mabu na wo nya kakra mo de aba adwuma ti sika kra eda so a wo mo de yesa adwuma
Coronavirus bremu nkrofo nyuma abowon wo monko bawo no manya bawo adedi empenyin so se ensa enye adwuma no bonsambo ne pa eno enti na Ghana Investment Promotion Center NGC corridor musa henti asiapmase omode ntitiye eba bema Ghana mabu no manya adwuma ya ebema ahochena no abre ase ebra mpenifodro musa henti asiapmase no ena head of special initiative on training and job creation Edemages Ghana ekasadi nsemse etudwa.
The project will support investors to mitigate the negative effects of COVID by providing digital, demand-driven advisory services for European and other investors. In order to continue investment processes despite global restrictions, and in turn, 20 directly supported companies benefiting from specific investment promotion services will contribute to the creation of these 360 new jobs and more indirectly created jobs.
Kwanjefo Pendima GIPC, Ora Yofi Grant, and so Edin Sem say to Ja.
Senior President Khan, Ghana Beyond Aid, no. And just you can't have partnerships. Partnerships they here because you should make earlier. No? So sustainable development goals now. The last one is about partnerships and linkages. Inti wunya ubia osi obeboa wa. Osa oso numu na woni nije adwuma. Na even me and you you're benefiting. Companies the Brewo Kroma, most of them investors, but most of them Ghanaian companies are one more year very good business. And so you feel say no so here to demonstrate to foreign investors say, Uko Ghana, you can do your business well and you can grow within the economy. And so no see here apart from that, no so yeah a new platform to digitalize our operations. Now just say, bet me I register or baby, I bet me I share business super so yeah on technology platform. Your friend customer relationship management platform and online registration platform and no so be out of this year and
Abusiafo yenka obi o so hwe live e wo UTV every aprem to beka se boy ene ye de eto amoso no ye nto aso ne afa yenko achimdan e wo epoi mantem ne enu abema akosi akwaya ye nu sesei se na hye bedwani e wo eye achimdan no so ode asede ene ema achimdan fo nyina se na no obesere wo mu se wo monto abama no oba obehwe se ye wo mahi ade nyina odu parliament ya won kwaye ye keke ne mo wode wo madi ade sede e be kwa kotudwa e wo ma hye bedwam se de be a wo mbe ye wo mtie ye wo mato aba no ede amo no so wo ma mo pia esieni keja enia seda bio
die eye enase enam de be ma me constituents eye achimda constituency for ewo arehemu a omanya ewo me ho esa se nipa nyina na timinya ne sa. This is the first time wa me kwa stande primaries no anye just delegates pe omamuni nyina de omho agemu the only time primaries no to say kroma fo nyina de omho gen contest mu na enwachi do main elections in so on mine nyina time achi na ya history me kai say ye koye primaries no omuma me din bi the game changer na game changer no kire say o se me besa niemam na niema metimi sesa mu no eyo mo ankasa no mo time achi ma metimi sesa mu na metimi akasa for the first time oda ye wini oda zongo MPP 40 me wini oda zongo na ni nyina ne arehemu a wo mo de maame ene se dia o mo time achi na afi nso yasan ewini the whole of Eastern region in percentage yenya 79.445. Your promise party no any president 80% and above, but yenya 79.point in the naturally say 80% na yedru intino mede na say ema me constituents na mesa shomubo se senior omenya arehemu ewumimu no enya dia medium hwambo omonko so antai machi ifie na ne beko na wieye no ombehu se nienti a omotai machi no na metimi ayene nyina.
abusiafo eto akase bonso afrie poe mantama fe yemra enkra ha no meku awodo miensa ene wo de adesede akwakoto empanifo ani ma sese kra do wo so wo de petition e de kwakoma asoye ye hwa pomodin Ministry of Health ene asoye ye hwa main sikasem totoye so ye Finance Ministry so wo ntia ase de ntia besi ne anti-retroviral hunuro no wo emfa ma enkofo a wo ye people living with HIV ananipa wo HIV mo ni bi ewo mu enipediem se ekoi state actors for health any development Ghana and a Ghana network for persons living with HIV any AKUFO-ADDO bi de youth health advocates womo and this petition ekoi
Ministry of Health the Ministry of Finance the petition call mamo say edro na say crofo na mo HIV no ya mpese mo fa no ebi in country ha our country hamum but any within the country baby a yen crofo no betumi afa the medicine is at the port into ye call catchum say ye call palm macho ebi anu no mo pe say ye call palm macho na yen catchum say release a drone no mo fa as I say ma letter B say ntia tax into yen fa a drone na yen fa baby a facilities bono na fa a drone microphone no fa into no na ye call ye Friday 9 a.m. ye be Ministry of Health na ye Ministry of Finance because mienu no mbe ye adwuma no Ghana AIDS Commission ntumi nye hwe is a Ministry of Health anya bibi into ye call two places we na ye petition no ni ye bompa say e be kam akoma no mo release a drone no ama crofo na mo HIV na fa.
Ministry of Health was supposed to give a letter to Ministry of Finance for tax waivers because you can't bring drugs. ARVs are supposed to be free. Then Ministry of Finance has to submit that. Food and Drugs Board has to certify that the drugs are quality and can be used. So the problem we are having now is, when did Ministry of Health give this letter? How long did it take for Ministry of Finance to respond to that letter? Now, Food and Drugs Board will ask so many questions. How long will it take to answer those questions from the suppliers? So I think that the challenge is quite huge because from what I am hearing, it will not be today or tomorrow that they can clear. It will still take some time. So I think that is where we have a challenge. People's lives.
Test mayamba abra ya wo mu se mawo na wotwinsia o se ye test ma me ba na mabaye busum nkro na result mba na yesan se busum nkro no me sambra na me beye foforo abra mabaye no so enya kwapinta ma me ba na benya afi baako ene busum nsia ama beye rapid test man ha adwen ayese nyama nko ye hu sa ayese ye die nko edi agro wo man mu ayese ye nko emfa obi ehu ayese ne HIV no kro ayese akodi echi covid ba ayese na nanka ye mpanyifo dwane hu ekoba no ye pese ye hu sa action no sa action ni ye bisa ye pese ye hu enam say HIV it is rare and it is with test and it has nowhere to go now.
Wede mami wakasa pa we ene ne man ka wose ye politicians ne ade ye koka ho asem se media for we kura ye koka ombeka say ha we so yakowia HIV asem no se media for na ye beka asem no straight ye ka hwe bio we case we amoso mo ko finance ne health ministry no sa na wose say Ghana for nyina anye ye ya na oba ya se ko Ministry of Finance ai ho na uti our taxes enye ha yebra doctor say Kwame despite kwa ye mani nsi police station enye ye mani nyeni nyina abiem oba ya se ko aban ho why koje sanse wo ko kan afari yesi ebekun yesi ebeye ose ye nyeni nyina abiem amukọ aban ho yento ansem no so eko bi ade SNV Ghana wo mu de dwumede bi ade Ghana Green Employment wo mo ni wo mu nuanu bi ade enterprise opportunities akambom wo ma ye entity dwumede bi de amount omanfo no wo mo share dan so de job fair kan ho eye bia bia wo mo boabo nipa no a wo pa adwuma ani nwumeru afo a wo mo nwuma a wo mo pe nkofo se de be ya wo bo wo so be fa adwuma fo na chese mu nyina motimi abo ano no mo hia na ne interview bi na abaye kra wotimi abo mo si we ye nhyehyɛ bi a womde base de bom de beboa aban hyehye a woye se de bebiebie enwuma na so bebiebie ho kwan ama maabunu wo enya adwuma ne ho ene wo ye se ne na wo mie kwan se de ban krankra enso wo adwuma no wo penkrofo a wo so de wo ba behye mu
government was planting for food and jobs be planting for export and rural development or PED. Your boy young wasn't papa pumping for baban issue hanabe nursery. Now how are you to ma equafon? 1 year dam near bohen whom wasn't them paying for share. No cheddar said the mazi nipa kakribin was a mahona hunter west so woman hinibia or you win there bosheni. Na in addition to nzame biara offer a great nzame of age man kakrama na cheddar warren in panos warobwama. Mohenda wakate biara abo hom wasn't the bayan sanu juma kakrebi webo kwana atu ho e was enabling environment bra nyi hono bezin komo na wombo na ware ye bribi na aban nzama oze egu kwemin president no webo kwan wara so bo wo ho na etumi nyim nzenwa ehwe tomatoes cucumber na vegetables so of your hunter west are hungry
ona wo hwehwe ejuman wo benye ejuma ye wo HR experts wa hade nti wo di wo CVs beba na ye review CVs ye wo employers bebre awo vacancies nti we will match them according to what expertise and other what requirements in the job requirements. And our so is to inspire those who want to set up businesses. Another I wanna watch a business I said that Abia will face the challenges na dibia yeah business development coaching sessions waha and I san so entrepreneurs I will display what solutions what products then they inspire the you talk to them about what they can do now maybe I will be a green
on my microphone why fortunate but the mostly no why no ba mention now and some what bisa ni ejuma don obey job opportunities na ehwe de jumedi wa ababo ase a ba che do roba no abakora them nsam ne de biara we bisa no ntomo biara nso am bi de wa prepare no ho de job opportunity biara obaba no oba grab na na nso wa kire ma obotum wa ye no bi de ano project and the program and wa be ya obama we hina so nsam wa rohwehwe bia no wansa aka
Abusafo yen free ho na yefe yenko amanane me de ko Mozambique na ho na Mozambique o man na tifidu fam ho entokwa ne basabasa amane hom ne so esiko bi a wo me Islamic militants for ena omo de wo ho abeju o mani mu achese basabasa aba no amani petu efri ho no ma madane refugees na se etukotena for ya sese no UNHCR for amane a wo de bo chese nipa wo mu ni ba bi da pa wo dodo be se empema ha enu aduonu eye 420,000 a ehu pa wo mchese ade chembia so ade no eya ehu ejin semo ainti wo mo sese mpanifo hwe na wo mo enye ehu ebibi wo mchemu a ya akwakofa ntokwa we nyina aba ne wo man wo japade ebi ye minerals gold num ne ade a ase ye cha enso ebinom so ye twa binom agya na akwa ese nipa kakra bi ene wo mo de wo munya afeso wo mo offshore gas a ye fa nwo ho adwuma a chese wo munya bi a enka so man nyina so anka obi abetimi atena yie kama na so akwa ese wo nipa kakra bi nsem sa ne man kitigiti we ene wo mu chemu akwakofa basabasa na ba man tokwa asi ewo Mozambique etifidu mantem won ma amanipa be se empema ha enu aduonu wo mu nyina da na yetukotena a chese wo mu enina na basa hwe ene wo mu egu onom no UNHCR for ne mpanifo akese wo United Nations de kokobo mo man ne mpanifo chese wo mu hwe na asemi wo mu tumi kan ho asem so mpanifo no so sori a wo mu de ho sobo bossa militant ne se wo mu ena akwakofa we nyina eba ena militant for no so say wo mu oku awodo bi so aban no mpanifo so ta wo machi na empendoro aseko no so nenam de wo mu so entna faako enya bibia ema no enka na chese ye Mozambique onsem enonom abusafo ma menka o so guso a o hwe live ewo UTV area prem to be kase about this way chocolate drink do here any is you share and a special ice mineral water is so kroje de alongside Justine's fashions papa and a mataba which guy will krum chese menamwa said you mehin ham no one say yeah him lady a guy born and bred and both rooted in Tema. Tema guess on corner. It me dress guy say no. Remember, na me nua bema a dance from na boga ba ko pe Romeo Drew. Or the agudi emusem ebebre na. Say mini Romeo Drew and official PROs. Edema from na MP. From na MP was sign contract ma majority for na so ba ye she rough. See enimu a honorable say any umpo ye MP PROs enti Romeo Drew ba na fe ye de agudi emusem ni nyina e de aba na chese adanse sa adanse for sa wa ma ya nye PROs